I was, as a young man, I managed to be sent to Germany during the Korean War with Uncle Sam's army. I'm an American. And what happened was I was in the land of all the goodies of photography. The Germans were making the best cameras. We're now talking, 51, 52. The camera at the time was the Rolleiflex. And at the time, Japan was a great believer in copying what somebody else was doing, probably selling it much cheaper. But as I say, this camera was, it was a professional camera which was made for amateurs. In other words, what they were using was, you don't have to buy a big professional camera and have a big wooden tripod. This will get you the same pictures in a lighter, easier version.
I think Chloe, that's my daughter, she found the portfolio and she looked through it, and we found the poster from, our diploma show, which today I suppose looks rather untechnical, but at the time we thought it was absolutely marvellous, and it's a poster of the whole year. When I found this thing, which is a photo silk screen, I felt really fed up that I hadn't got it out before, because when I spoke to Sheila, that's Jeff's wife, she said that she didn't think that he had one. Anyway, I've got one, and I got it out and showed Sheila, and she was very tearful when she saw it. But the sad thing for me was that it was all our year, and I could only name, say, 12 people, and I thought, had I got it out when Jeff was still alive, we would have probably, between us, with our ancient memories, been able to go through and list everyone. And so I thought it was a terrible moment when I realised that I'd never be able to put names to those faces. But of course I recognised me and Jeff and our particular friends, because we had a bit of a clique, a very northern clique actually. No, it's a fantastic piece of machinery, isn't it? I do actually like the format of it. I don't know whether you know this, David, my dad was an engineer, and always loved gadgets and things. And if you look at this thing here, the fantastic sort of engineering feat that must have gone into making these parts would have thrilled him to bits. And I always have loved gadgets and things. I think there was a poignant moment when I found it. I suppose it's a little bit like somebody discovering this camera in someone's drawer. I mean, that for me was the ending of something. I'm not saying that I was particularly happy at Cheltenham, but we had very good times there, and we had very good friends. And finding that and not recognising everybody was a bit. I recognised everybody. No, not knowing the names was a bit sad, really.
And then I thought it'd be quite nice to have if we can line up a shot of the sort of council houses where I used to live, a line of them, and then a sort of vista of the park from the top. So we're looking at 10 shots, aren't we?
Yeah, that's about right,
yeah. Yeah, okay, well that's all right then. Chimbrook Meadows, Elmstead Woods, where the railway tunnel is. Elmstead Wood Station. God, that's a hell of a tunnel.
Oh, I know the one. I used to go through that on my way to college.
Yeah, it's about a mile, I think. And we went through there on foot. The leafy suburbs, eh? So.
It's been a bit difficult trying to work out which house I actually lived in, and I had to track across from the left and count the number of houses back. And then I realised it was this one.
What year were you living there then,
I'm
roughly?
trying to think, David. I was 18. I was 18 when I left to do my national service, so that would have been 1955. So I left there in 1955. So I suppose the years we're talking about are about 1946, 47, 46 probably, post-war. Yeah, that would have been about right.
And you lived there with your mum and your brother, or?
Well, my father originally, and then he died there, and of his, his lungs being irradiated with gas after the First World War. He survived till then, but he was pretty croaky. And then the winter of 1947, it was very harsh, and I don't think that did him any good. And so he died there when I was about 14, and then we lived there. I lived there for about another 4 years. And when I was in national service, we relocated and moved down to Lewisham. So there we are. So we found it. That's good, isn't it?
Right, let's take a picture of it.
Right. We used to crawl through. We used to crawl through here, which is not, in a way, as frightening as that one, but because you could actually crouch going through here. And we used to we used to have a torch or a candle when we used to go through it. I didn't like that one very much. I only did that the once. I've done a lot of this in my work. I've got a lot of artwork related to passageways and things like that. I think the thing is, when we used to come along here, the park was very open. So we'd come along here and it's this sort of tunnel of excitement as we got up into the woods and all the things we used to get up to up there, you know. Oh. And here's the train coming, Dave. You need to stand on my shoulders. You can't see. Up there. You see? There's one coming along the line.
And you used to run across these lines?
These are the lines we used to run across, yeah.